Hello guys and welcome back to another video with me SliversFX. Today we're going to be installing Gothic 2 returning mod, now known as New Balance mod, for the very last time. As RPGRussia.com, the forum where this mod was created, has listed that the December of 2023 was going to be the last major update of this very awesome mod. There's going to be a few more patches, of course. You can always rewrite your scripts with the old files if you want to, but I guess that's it. It's the end of the line. Sad face. In the meantime, in the last week, there has been a member on my Discord server that came out of nowhere and said, "Hey guys, I made a English dub for the New Balance mod." And we're like, "Really? How did you do it? Did you manage to just do all the voice acting on your own?" And no, he said, "Well, we used AI tools and it took a few months, but it's done. It's not perfect, it's not credible, but the immersion feels better because the voices of the original cast it's like it's almost there. It's not 100%, but it's playable, and I'm very excited to go on with this project with his. So we're gonna play on from this moment on with the English dubbing. Let's install the mod. So before you install the mod itself, you need, of course, the original Gothic 2 Gold Edition, preferably from Steam. Other versions work too, I just haven't tested it in the last few updates. I still prefer Steam because Steam still updates the game whenever it needs to, if it needs to. At this point, well, everything's done. We'll go on with installing the game itself first. Make sure you install it in a drive that has enough free space. I'm gonna put it on D. Just wait until it downloads, and even if you don't play the mod itself, you can just start playing from there. No patches needed because Steam actually provided all the patches within this basic game. I'll skip ahead. Once the game has been installed, of course, you'll see the play button. You can always start playing the base game itself first, if you so wish. I do recommend it if you haven't played New Balance mod, because there's a lot of aspects of the original that you need to know before you start the mod. The mod can be, from the start, can be easier, then when you get to certain parts it can get very hard. Anyway, continuing with the mod, let's go to our Google Drive. These are all the major updates that I have uploaded to Google Drive. You have everything from January from 2022, November of that year, then July of last year, and December. And I will also upload the February one, which will be right here. This is still the January. We're gonna be downloading the February one. Once you do download the RAR file, that's for security purposes because of viruses and everything. Windows does recognize certain files as viruses, that's why it's RAR. And once you open it, the virus somehow disappears. So once you do unzip it, unrar it, however you want it, you get two folders. One is the installation, and the second one is all the textures, the extra mini mods, and the English dubbing for those that play this in English. We're gonna go with the first one, and you just double click on this New Balance mod.exe. It should appear a little window, which I'm gonna put it here so you guys can see. We can always pick up Russian or English. We're gonna put it in English. This is just for the installation itself. Then accept the agreement. Then make sure you put it in the right folder, which is gonna be for me D, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and Gothic 2. If you don't have the right directory, next will not be available either way. We're gonna do everything in here, including visual, install DirectX 11, though that's for newer graphic cards from I think 2015 or something. If you don't have a graphics card from 2015, then this mod might actually be too heavy for your PC to run in the first place. Let's click next, and we're gonna create a desktop shortcut. Install. This is gonna take a few minutes, depending on your PC speed, of course. Depends on CPU, RAM, all that. And we'll be back once it's done. Alright, once the mod itself is installed, this little window will pop up for the redistributable program. Most people that play modern games will have this installed, so even if you do click agree and install, it's gonna say setup failed. Don't worry, if it's already installed, it doesn't need to reinstall. If it needs it, it will install itself. So we skip this part, we close this. This will also close in a second or two, and then we can continue with copy pasting whatever we need to do. We're not gonna launch Gothic II New Balance mod yet. We're gonna finish it, and we're gonna go into our installation folder, which was the same as before I showed you, and we're gonna go into our copy paste folder. So there's data and system. We just select both of them, copy them, and we're gonna put them into our Gothic II folder. It's the same as the installation one we put it in. So under Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Gothic, we just copy paste it into this little thing. It's gonna take a few minutes because, well, it's almost 6 gigabytes of files. That's on top of the mod itself, which is also 5 gigabytes. So in all, it's about what, 12, 13 gigabytes from the initial 2 that Gothic was based on. So it's quite a mod now, especially with the dubbing. Let's give it a few minutes and we'll be right back. If there's any files that need replacing at the end of the copy pasting, then do replace those files so the game can work properly. Now we can close this, and if you so wish, you can start the game. Thank you so much for joining me today in this installation guide. If you have any questions, please do write them down below in the comment section, and I will try to answer them appropriately. If you still have problems, there's always our Discord server where people try to help each other as much as possible. And for future videos, please do subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.